Hey, look, it's Prev.
All right, I heard a weird cue. Well, not weird, but an interesting cue, and I want to try it out. They said when you're standing in small sword, you want to imagine a laser pointer coming out of your pommel, and it should be just missing you in, say, your guard of third, and then it should also just miss you in your guard of fourth. Uh, so the idea is you want to be able to get that point just outside of your silhouette. So I don't have a laser pointer. I do have another small sword, so we're going to do something dumb. I'm going to take this and I'm going to use this video as reference to see if this makes sense. So I'm in my guard of third. You can see hitting myself in the butt with the other small sword, right? And then I feel like my shoulder is still on target from the outside. Uh, as I come to the inside, I feel I feel pretty good here. I think for my parry of fourth, I think that's a good cue. I think for standing in third, you probably want to be a little bit wider. Uh, so it's an interesting idea. What I have told people, and we'll see if I can do it on camera because I can't see what I'm doing, right? I want my third to be pretty strongly outside so that this shoulder and ideally this forearm are not really on target available to hit. Then I want to do the same thing. I want to go just far enough to my inside for the parry of four to get that offline. And I think that's pretty good. So I'm here for third, I'm there for fourth, and that's maybe a little wider than I need to be. But what's critical is keeping that point online, right? If I parry here, I've got a long distance to travel for that riposte, right? If I parry from here to here, then I can just go straight in uh, immediately as they're recovering. So again, this is too much right now, unless I'm fencing with a goofy invitation, right? This is too much. I'm way too far out, and I'm just increasing the time it takes for me to launch that riposte. This is too much. Uh, Now, if I hit like, there are other ways to keep the point online, right? So instead of third and fourth, I could instead parry second or parry, I don't do this a lot, parry first, right? And keep that point online. This is probably too far. Probably if I'm parrying first, I can just go there and that's plenty and then send the riposte. And if I'm parrying second, boom, boom, maybe too much there too, boom, boom, probably. So it's an interesting idea. I would play around with that cue and see if it helps you. If it does, sick. If it doesn't, well, not every cue is valuable for every fencer.